Is it possible to win Battle of the Bands with no band? All of the best rock and metal bands are competing in this legendary event to see who can win the chance to perform at the world-famous Warped Tour. And I'm going to enter too, only I don't have a band. Am I going to let that stop me? No, because I have a plan. I'm going to need to write a banger song, record a killer music video, and then submit all of that to the competition. But there's a problem. Submissions due by May 2nd. 14 days remaining. The Ernie Ball Battle of the Bands gives unsigned bands the ultimate opportunity. 6 bands will compete for the chance of $100,000 in prizes. To enter, bands must create a profile, upload a video of their original music, and rally fan support through voting. I've only got 14 days to do this. Right. So with the clock ticking, I needed to come up with a good song idea.
So I've got to write a banger, and it all starts with an idea, and I've got one. Oh, I've got one.
How are we going to turn that into something worthy of winning Battle of the Bands? Well, we've got an idea for the rhythm of the riff, so I'm going to jump in and start programming some drums for this. Yeah. Left crash, right crash, both crashes choke. Didn't it? Oh yeah. And we're going to hit the fucking floor tom. Dun-dun-dun. I can at least put the bass notes in, because they're going to match where the drums are going to slam down. I mean, the drums aren't perfect there, but I can always fix them when the other instruments are in. I don't know. See, this is where I'm struggling, because I don't know where I want the next bit to go. Let's have a think. Ah! Whoa! People always ask me, Johnny, how do you write such blasting drum beats? Well, I'm going to let you in on the secret. Just give me a sec. The secret to my success. Oh, yeah. Oh. Right, let's fucking do this. It's not quite there, but it's not quite that far away, if that makes any sense whatsoever. By the end of the first writing session, it had become apparent to me that it's going to take a while for me to get this song right, so I needed to come up with an idea to help me save time as I'm writing the song. So because I'm against the timer here, I'm recording the actual takes as I write the song. I've only got, 13 days left now. I need to try and save a bit of time where I can, so I'm basically going to record polished takes, or as polished as I can get them. And then I'm going to fade out my tails and everything like that on the go, because we haven't got time for messing around. I'm so ready to track that. Christ on a bike. So what I've just found there with my playing is I'm getting the palm muted sound that I'm looking for, but the notes are too long. So the way I'm going to counteract that, just for all you guitar players out there, is literally moving my palm slightly further up. Because as you move your palm further up, you get more of a tighter sound. So if you'll probably recognize the Genty sound. It's kind of what I'm going for, so I'm going to take that again. If I can remember how to play the fucking riff. Right, now I need to get a fucking blaster take for the main bit. Sometimes I'll write guitar, bass and drums all the way through and basically complete the song. And other times I kind of hear what I want in every section as I'm going through it. So like, for example, this time I'm hearing some samples over the second half of that riff, some sort of percussive sort of sample. So I might actually try and find that and include that here before we move on writing the rest of the song. There's no correct way of doing things. You just got to follow your intuition and have a play around, because at the end of the day, everybody's different and you'll find what works for you as you go. Here we go. So we're going to drag it into the effects column. And this is what we've got. Now what I'm going to do is play around with it because there's quite a few bassy notes in there, which I don't like. That could be an interesting loop. Let's see if it works with the beat. Right, so I've changed that sample there. I've literally just chopped it up and reorganized the sample so that I feel like the parts that hit suit the drum pattern better. Let's have a reverse snare into that. And a riser. You can't beat a reverse snare plus any riser, or if you don't have like a riser, get a cymbal crash and then reverse it and fade it back in. That's kind of like the same thing. We're starting to sound pretty fucking big now. Where's my good old percussive ticking noise? I also need to reduce the volume of that all the way down. Put a shaker behind your beats. Oh, absolute fatty unlock. That's sounding sick already. I was making decent progress, but I did need to get a move on because I still had vocals to track and a music video to create all before the deadline. A lot of the time I have an idea in my head already of where the song's going, and I'll tend to program in the drums as I hear them in my head, and then I'll punch in a few bass notes sort of where I hear them, and then I'll go back to the guitar and figure out what to play over the top of both of them. This is the drum beat that I've come up with for the verse, and it's a really weird one to be honest, but it sounds pretty interesting. I've got quite an interesting idea for this section, so let's punch in some bass notes for this. Something like that. I'm going to leave that bit blank. So sometimes I can't actually think of what to write, but I know roughly what's going to go there. Some sort of guitar run. So I'll just blank it out and then I'll write it on the guitar and then fill the bass in later. And then we've got this insane, same riff, but absolutely insanely loathy, ride, crash heavy fucking shit. Right, let's have a play around on the guitar now. So let's loop that section around and see if I can work out what the fuck to play, baby. Ooh, that's a fucking nice one. That touches my soul. Well, I'm not going to hit that anytime soon, so... Oh, I'm sweating. The problem with writing riffs on a MIDI bass is that you write impossible riffs that you can't physically play because you're not good enough. And then you sit down behind the guitar and you realise, I am properly shit. Do you know what? I've been doing all this whole time, trying to fucking nail this take. I've just realised my DIs aren't even recording. Always check your inputs, gentlemen. I know I can do it. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Some sort of fucking synth or strings. So I actually don't know how to play strings or anything like that. I just go totally off what I hear in my head and using my ears to pick the right notes out. That's just how I do it. I think sometimes the best way to learn things is just experiment with them and play around with them. Cool. Is there anything else that I can add there? Maybe like an arpeggio? Oh, that could be quite cool. It does contest with the guitar a little bit, but if I lower it just enough, maybe it sits right. Let's have a listen to it. And over the next few days, I carried on writing and got somewhere that I was pretty happy with in terms of the instruments, and it was time to move on to writing and recording some vocals. Right, so we're nearing the end of the first week and we need to get the vocals done. The song's pretty much done instrumentally, I just need to sort the vocals out now. I reckon if I can bang it out in a day, maybe 2 days maybe, because I'm going to need to do some clean vocals and I'm definitely going to need to do some scream vocals as well. But I think first I'm going to get the cleans down and we'll see what we can come up with. So for the harmonies, get it solid in my mind's ear. Sometimes I want to fade up. Sometimes I want to fade away. Oh, a bit of a fucking hot beverage. Get the old juices flowing. Take control of your own mind. See the truth with your own eyes. Leave the haunted behind. One of the most important things any vocalist could invest in is a solid pad or some sort of note-taking device. Find yourself a nice, fresh page, ready to write some words down. But you know what? I've got a fucking pen. And obviously my delightful voice was just too much for my PC, because shortly after I found a pen, my PC decided to crash and corrupt all of my third-party plugins, which meant that I had to spend a day repairing my computer so that I could carry on doing some vocals, which was an absolute bastard. Anyway, once that was all fixed, I moved on to doing some scream vocals. So immediately, the first scream that I hear is like a that is not what I hear. It's like a really high but very reverby scream. So we're going to try and track something that's somewhere around the note that I want to hit with the scream, and then I'm going to apply some effects to it and see if I can get it to sound how I'm imagining it in my head. So it wants to go onto a separate track of its own. It's not going to be on the main scream track, so I'll just duplicate that across. Basically what we're going to do is drown it in reverb. I think it's going to need a delay as well, so it needs to go ow, 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 ow. So we're going to try that. Ow, 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 ow. So you can play around with things like, for example, what I just did there is I changed the order around on the signal chain. So I put the reverb first before the delay just to see how it sounds, to see if I achieve the sound that I'm going for. And then I'll try again, maybe changing it around again. I think it is a delay into the reverb. So now we give that a listen in context. That's a fucking solid first scream of the song. We're not a day of abuse! And this is what we're sounding like with 3 layers. We're not a day of abuse! Now what I'm going to try and do is record some more layers, pan them left and right again, but I'll bring the pan in a little bit. So we're in terms of the stereo field, we're going to have like a wide variety of pitches of screams, from like in the middle all the way out to the far left and far right and everywhere in between. Another day of abuse! Another day of abuse! So here's a little bit of a trick for you. I can't remember who I learnt this from, but it's quite effective. What you can do on your lower screams, when you've got them panned left and right, on each track, add a pitch shifter and basically lower the pitch by like a semitone or even less than that on each side, and make sure each side's different, and then that slight difference, it also shifts it that bit lower as well, creates this really cool effect. Abuse! Run over day of abuse! Run over day of abuse! Run over day of abuse! This is the life that is. trying to find that low note, and this is the only way I know how to do it. So I'm going to do like a call and response there. So it goes, another day of abuse, another day of abuse. I'm going to try and hit a really high screen there, like, take control of your own life. See the truth with your own eyes. And move on with your life. And move on with your life. And after over a week of writing, recording, and mixing all on the go, the song was finally finished. Which means it was time to move on to making some sort of video for the song to upload to the competition. Right, song's done. Took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but we're here. I've got 5 days left, and I need to come up with some sort of idea for the video submission. Apparently you can do a music video or a live performance video, a lyric video, a playthrough video. I don't think it really matters as long as it's a video that showcases the song. And the last type of video that I made was a lyric video, so I don't really want to do another one of those again. As some of you may know, my artist name is Reverie, and it's a bit of a anonymous, well, it was anonymous until I told everyone that I'd made it. Let's go with Faceless. I released the first single without showing my face, so it'd be quite interesting to see if I could continue along that vein, maybe try and keep it a bit mysterious, if you know what I mean. And I don't think I have enough time to do a proper music video, especially seeing as I'm doing it on my own as well. I think that could be quite hard to get something pretty polished down. So I'm thinking some sort of playthrough video that's also along the same faceless, mysterious vibe. I think it's quite interesting. There's a couple of bands that do that sort of thing now, obviously Sleep Token being the biggest one. There's that new one, President, which is almost definitely Charlie Simpson. So I've got the iPad and we're gonna plan out my faceless, mysterious playthrough video. And it has to be good enough that it looks good, but quick enough that we can get it done in time to upload. So what are we gonna need for the video? We're gonna need location. We're also gonna need the shots and the angles that we're gonna do. We're also gonna need some props, if we need any props, like for example, my guitar, the microphone, any equipment that we're gonna need. I'm fancying quite a dark aesthetic, so I want to be able to control the light in the situation. So I'm thinking for the location, I'll literally just do it in my bedroom studio. So we'll go with that. Let's move on to the shots. So the main instruments for the song are obviously guitar, drums, bass, and vocals, just the same as any metal band. And most metal band videos, you know, they've got all that shit going on and it looks sick, but I don't have a drum kit, so I can't do that. And I don't actually own a bass guitar either, so I can't do that. So it looks like we're stuck with vocals and guitar. For each one of those instruments, I'm thinking maybe a couple of different shots. So the guitar is easy, so I'll have like a wide shot for the guitar, and I'll also have a close-up shot of the guitar. And then as the playthrough goes on, we can flip between a nice wide shot of the guitar and a nice close-up one. And then for the vocals, I'm gonna want the microphone there, so we'll just have like the main medium shot, so we'll go like medium shot. I feel like maybe we could just do one shot for the vocals, because I think trying to get like a close-up of like my mouth or something might be a bit weird. Turn all the lights off in the room, and then put a light above my head, facing down, and make it look all cool. And the last thing is props. So obviously we're gonna need the mic and the guitar. I'm thinking maybe I could just rip off Sleep Token and get some sort of mask or some sort of hood or something to cover my face up, because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like channeling the cringe, you know? If it's done well, it looks really cool. Like it's quite an interesting vibe. So we're gonna shoot it in my bedroom in the dark with the light in. We're gonna do vocals, guitar, and I'm gonna be dressed in a mask and a hood. Maybe like all black. I mean, it'll either work or it'll look absolutely ridiculous. So it's a win-win for you guys. It's me that looks like the complete knob. So the only thing I need is the outfit of just random dark vibes that will arrive in one day. Praise be to Jeff Bezos and his next day delivery. Oh, right. Let's have a look and see what's in this. So this is the unisex full cover hood mask elastic black breathable. I can already tell this video is going to be complete shit. Oh, whoa. Oh, this is the hood thing. This looks fucking ridiculous. Oh, this is the hood with the mask cover thing. Can you tell who I am? Lastly, we've got the morph suit things. Let's give these a try. I got one black, one white, just to see what each one looks like. It's not big enough. My fucking massive head. The problem with this one is I can't see a fucking thing out of it. How am I meant to play the guitar if I can't even see? I can't even put the fucking outfit on because I can't see through the mask. Right, let's get the fucking cameras set up and do this thing. I'm absolutely boiling in this fucking outfit. Vocals are done, now it's time to move on to the guitars, and I'm gonna try the other mask on this one. I'm really hoping that when I get it into fucking Premiere Pro to do the edit, I can make it look less shit than this. Oh, right. Let's just drop all the footage into Premiere Pro, and we'll have a do at editing this bad boy, see if we can get it looking sharp. I'm going to start off by dropping in the audio for the song. And now what we need to do is sync up the videos with the song. And I'm going to basically layer them on top of each other and then chop them to bits. So I'm using the audio from the camera to kind of match it up. God, I look like such a dickhead. Oh, dickhead. You can see the light in the picture. No. Right. I'm going to have to do a bit of jiggery pokery here. So I'm an idiot and I didn't... I'm not even joking when I say I couldn't see anything out of that mask. So the angle there, I've accidentally left the light in. So I'm going to have to like stretch the shot out until the light goes away. That's so annoying because I wanted to see the headstock. Right. We're just going to have to make do with what we've got, guys. We're just going to have to make do. Sometimes things don't go according to plan. That's okay. We'll work it out. Next thing we need to do is essentially edit each shot, put some lighting effects on them, make it look a little bit cooler. So we'll start with this one. I was thinking maybe we could do the whole thing as like black and white, old school retro effects and stuff like that, making it look a little bit creepy. So that's what the shot looks like without the monochrome effect, and that's what it looks like with. Now I'm going to copy that across to the next channel, which is this one. Oh, vibes. Vibes. Now what we're going to do is chop the footage so that we're panning to different camera angles as the song goes on. So what I normally like to do with that kind of thing is I will just chop on the beat between the different instruments depending on what's actually going on. So obviously the biggest instrument at the start is the drums, the guitar, and the bass. So we'll go on the guitar, and then there's a big scream, so I'll cut to the scream. So we'll do that now. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are literally just chopping on the beat. And so I continue to edit that video over the next few days, adding different effects, going as quick as I can so that I can upload it before the deadline. Oh, right, Jesus Christ, we've got 15 hours and 42 minutes left. Now all that's left to do is upload the video of my magnificent piece and win Ernie Ball's Battle of the Bands. Upload, make sure we're uploading it in the right format. How it works. Submission requirements. This contest is only open to bands or singer-songwriters who are legal residents of the 50 states. Legal residents of the United States. Oh, fuck off. Thanks for watching the video, guys. You can check out the song and the video via the link in the description. And if you enjoyed it, check out some other videos on my channel.